Hey everyone, welcome back to whatever the heck this is. My name is Dark Ginger. This is the Ugly Couch Podcast, and I am back with the one and only Johnny. Thank you, Beck.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back.
And we are talking about a kind of sensitive subject, which is why I wore this shirt today.
And actually, uh, the opposite end, I'm like covered in metal shavings and dust and a dirty shirt because I've been sharpening, so it works out well for the subject
I
we're
know.
talking about.
Because we are talking about hygiene today. And Johnny was super awesome and he put out a lovely poll and some questionnaires and whatnot. And what we're going to do tonight is talk about some of these subjects. So, Johnny, why don't you just go ahead and start us off?
Sure. So we're gonna start with the very first question. It which is you know which was what do you identify as? And we actually had about 19 responses total, and 84% were male that responded. The majority, the opposite, the rest were female. And on that post for everyone listening, we actually had gender neutral option slash non-binary as well as prefer not to say. So just so everyone knows, this actually was inclusive for everybody.
Yeah, we would love to have, don't get me wrong, love males. I hate and love you all, but y'all females, transgenders, cross dressers, however you want to like be what you want to be, please, if you see this out there in the links below, go ahead and answer. It's anonymous. And if you want to put it out there who you are, thank you so much. But we'll take anything. But what we have now, what were the results?
So so like I said, we also asked if anybody was in a relationship, and we had some who the three options were yes, no, prefer not to say. Majority of people that answered, which was 68%, were in a relationship. So, it shows that, you know, majority of the people who think about hygiene that took this questionnaire, quiz, whatever you survey, whatever you want to call it, actually in a relationship, which is kind of interesting. I thought we would get a lot more of the opposite.
Yeah, I would think more like single people would respond to that, but like I'm not mad at anything. Like, thank you all for like the non-single people to like respond to this. This is awesome. Like to be open and about it, that's groovy as heck.
Yeah. So now we're actually going to start with a actual questions of like actual hygiene. So, but before we actually do the results, I want to ask you, Dark Ginger, how often do you
Uh-oh.
bathe? How
Oh,
often do you bathe?
so you because
So is it?
you and I just
Oh,
talked about this. So
well, we've talked about it in the past, but never,
yeah,
not in like the last like almost a week or two.
yeah. So back when I was younger, and it definitely like as like a woman, it differs during seasons because during the summertime, because I love to wear like my tiny little shorts and whatnot, I'll shave my legs all the time. So I have to shower like almost every other day because I grow a lot of hair. I'm a very furry girl. You can't tell because I've got a furry blanket covering my hairy legs. Um, but during the winter time, I kind of like hibernate when it comes to showering. Like I'll bathe my body, but I really wouldn't consider it like showering. I just kind of like douse like my body in the water and like squeeze some like body wash all over me and call it a day. But it happens probably like 3 times a week. But that's just because if I was like single, when I was single, I would shower almost every other day. But now that I've been in a relationship, we're about to celebrate our 7 years in a
Mazel
week.
tov.
Thank you. Um, but when I was single, yeah, I would shower probably about every other day, and now I'm just like, Yeah, we go to bed together. He's never complained about it, and he knows. Like, I hate taking showers. It's just I look at my shower. I'm like, I don't want to go in there. I got all, and not because it's like gross or anything. It's just like it's so much work. For guys, like especially like with guys, you guys have like these like brands that like do this like 3-in-1 body wash. Like you wash your like hair and face and body and everything. Whereas like girls, we have to do like shampoo and conditioner and body wash and shave and
Well, not
condition.
all.
And
Well, okay, not all guys. There's actually some guys who, if you have longer hair, I know a lot of guys will condition and shampoo and
mm,
have all the separate stuff. They don't just all do that. I mean, it all varies depending on what. Like myself personally, I shower if I can't, preferably every day. And when it comes to shaving, that's twice a week, just because my beard grows so quickly. Like for those who can't see well right now, my goatee,
he did just recently shave, and it was very weird.
yeah, I shaved off my
But it
entire
looks
goatee.
great now.
Well, this is since January 2nd. This
Yeah,
is
I remember
all
the day that
going.
you did it.
Yeah, uh, so for those who don't realize, I grow a beard very quickly. This right here is since this past Thursday, and today is Sunday. So that gives you an idea of how fast my beard grows.
Yeah.
So, but so what kind of products do you use? Like anything that's not, you know, that's sort of unique for you for when you bathe.
So I'm a very basic girl when it comes to like hair and shampoo. I use Garnier, but that's because I use Garnier to. I'm so sorry for everyone. Spoiler alert. I am a definite like born ginger, but I do color my hair. It's definitely not naturally burgundy. So sorry, it's not a natural hair color. But I use Garnier Fructis to like shampoo and condition my hair. And I use Dove like body wash. But this thing, I used to work at an adult store, and I found this brand, and it's, oh goodness, I know how to do this. It's called Gucci Cream, and it is the best thing to shave your vagina. And I also use it for my armpits because it's supposed to be used for sensitive areas. And Coochie cream, oh my God, females, you need to get onto this. I think it was only $13 for this bottle, and it lasts for like a month.
Well,
It,
for even guys who shave, in
Mhm.
sensitive spots, I'm sure it's actually very helpful. It's like me, one of the things that I use to help keep like the goatee trim. I know we've sort of gone off. We're actually no. Let's finish up the bathing, so because this ties in like what we're talking about to our next question, anyway. So I'll hold off on that. So majority of people, which was 84%, actually bathe daily. One person, which only ended up being like 5%, bathed multiple times a day, which I do understand from, and then the remainder were a few times a week. And I do understand because when I used to work for a roofing company, I had to I would shower in the morning, and then when I get home, because being covered in like asphalt and tear off and fiberglass and all this stuff, you just shower again just because literally I be like my arms and face would be the color of the black shirt I'm wearing.
Right.
And just from the tear off and all that stuff, not even like intentionally for that stuff. So
Yeah, I
I
mean,
do
I
understand.
can understand that because my boyfriend, he's a chef, and so he's around all these oils and grease and just muck
Oh
and
yeah,
whatnot, and he likes to shower every day, and sometimes it happens multiple times a day, and that makes sense if you're around all that kind of stuff. Me, I'm just
right.
around this weird ass dog and these blankets and stuff. So
Yeah, even like me, even though I'm not like super busy right now, or like when I work in the office most of the time nowadays. Pardon me, I still shower daily. It's just one of those being single and whatnot. You never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah, that was like the big thing about being single is like I never knew if I was gonna like meet up with someone. I had to make sure that I was at least clean in case that happened. Because
Yeah,
you never know.
right, right. So, okay, so going into our next
Don't forget
question.
to take out your trash cans.
Sorry, Alexa's reminding me to take out my trash cans. I don't have trash cans, Alexa. Thank you.
That was funny. So, going into our next question
Sorry, everyone.
is how often do you groom in your groin area?
Oh, that is fantastic. So
So,
so, do you want to answer it first?
so yeah, so because you took the last one, so I actually groom mine a few times a month, and what I use is the Manscaped Lawnmower 3.0, and the reason I
Manscaped,
like,
please sponsor that just because he said it. Thank you.
well, there's a couple products I use by Manscaped. The lawnmower, which honestly, if you have, it's great for. I know even a lot of women who are using it because the skin safe technology is really great for really sensitive and looser skin.
Right.
So so it's less likely to nick you. I've had it nick me, but that was because the blades got dull at that point. But when they're or I wasn't paying attention. That's also, you know, but it was way less scary than using like the trimmers that you use for cutting your actual hair. Because as a
Oh,
lot of guys
I didn't know
have,
that.
well, because if you think about it, it's a much smaller package, but it's like I've actually had like a trimmer like nick me, and oh
Ouch.
oh my god, it was like it's also kind of scary when you're a guy because it's not like,
Did you ever bleed from it?
oh yeah, yeah, it took about 20
Oh,
minutes for it to stop. But yeah, so and then what I used to help keep for the smell down there, I know a lot of guys would use like baby powder or talcum powder, whatever you want to call it, or whatever other stuff. I prefer using the crop preserver by Manscaped
mm.
because very similar to like the coochie cream you were just talking about. For guys, it helps with the smell, helps with chafing. And on a side note, I found anytime I've ever since I started using that back in December 2020, every girl I've ever played with and whatnot, they are more into playing and playing with the balls and everything because it's
Which
like a
again,
lotion
women,
type,
please play with the balls. They deserve it. Thank you.
but it's like it's more supple. It's like when you touch someone who's been moisturizing your skin, it's more supple. It's more like, and also it doesn't smell. That makes it a whole heck of a lot better.
Oh yeah, there was a recent time that I will not say his name, but I he asked me to go down on him and he was just so
Pungent.
it was purgent and stagnant and he was like, please go down on me. And I'm like, okay. And I I have I easily gag. But this one, like I could not even like the head was here and I got to about there and I ended up puking
Ooh,
because
see,
he just gone off work. He was so nice and very considerate, and I could not do that because he like, when you're going, especially if it's like your first time with someone, please, please, please do your best. Like I know that I'm a slut and everything, and that's cool on my point, but take care of yourself. Like I even offered the guy, he was like, yeah, I just got off work. I was like, okay, go ahead and like hop in my shower. And he's like, no, I want to do it now. And I'm like, you sure? Because I'll offer you like I always keep like extra like toiletry, like I have like travel size like body wash, like shower, like shampoo and everything. And he was like, no, I want to do it right now. I'm like, okay.
see,
And
and I
and
have
he still went for it.
I have a somewhat similar story. So, you know, you and I've talked. I like going down on girls, and
Mhm.
I was at a orgy or gangbang that a couple of my friends hosted. And this girl I met, very beautiful girl, could not for life of me go down on her because it was just like all like there was everywhere. It wasn't there was it didn't smell, but there was just like hair everywhere. So kind of a little bit of a turn off because it's like,
Yeah. I've been
so
trying to get better about that kind of stuff because the past like couple of weeks I've had a bad time. I had my grandma's funeral and then I had a seizure and then I flew and my vagina just decided to grow hair. And I swear to God, I shaved 2 days ago and it was like a weed whacker to a bush. And I went through 2 blades of Dollar Shave Club and it was insane. But I'm all
see, and
clean now and I'm all like smelly and good looking. And now my boyfriend's like, okay, I can go down on you. I'm like, cool. Thank you for not doing that because I don't like when guys go down on me when I'm not at my 100%. Don't ever, if I look at you and say, hey, don't go down on me, there's a reason for it. It's not
you know,
because I don't want you to, it's just because you probably shouldn't and you won't enjoy it.
and same thing. Like my rule that I use for me is if I have like a certain expectation, like I want a girl to at least be trimmed. You don't have to be
Yeah.
waxed or fully bald,
I've got
but
my little strawberry bush, my strawberry
but
patch.
patch, strip, whatever, it could just at least be trimmed. You
Yeah,
know,
clean it up,
you know,
But there are
yeah,
some girls who like they'll shave just the front, but nothing underneath, and that's fucking weird.
right. And that's why it's like and that's the one thing I do recommend about like the Meridian or the Manscaped
Mhm,
is that because they have like the skin safe technology type of stuff
mhm.
for like if you have looser skin in different parts, you can actually use those to at least trim. You don't have to shave because I do understand not wanting to put a razor near anything like loose
No,
that
that must be terrifying.
and I do understand, especially and any guy can definitely probably agree to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so going off, this is actually where it got kind of
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah. Let's move on.
So let me talk the results quickly. So majority, which was 57%, do a few times a month.
Wow.
Okay, 10%, like 10.5%, actually only do it when they have to. All right, and that 21% do it daily, and then the other 10.5% was a few times a week, which actually is kind of interesting because that sort of gives a much broader like outlook of like what you know
Yeah.
I mean, and I do understand like if you to do it daily, like if you want it smooth, then yeah, you gotta shave daily,
Yeah.
or if you know keep a certain shape, you gotta trim it just to keep that shape.
Right.
So I thought that was actually kind of interesting.
That's wild.
Yeah. So
Well,
here's
congrats
another
to
one.
everyone who like does all that kind of stuff. What's the
Yeah.
last question?
Actually, we got a couple more. Hopefully, we're not running too long on time. But so,
We've got about 2 more minutes.
oh wow. Okay, so we're gonna jump to to these two questions. We
Okay.
actually had one asking about people brushing teeth. Same 5% brush your teeth multiple times a day. 25% were daily, so once a day. So,
So
but
I will say
here,
I will put out one point. If you brush your teeth more than 2 times a day, you're ruining your enamel on your teeth. I had I have this huge fetish for, oh my God, my orthodontist. Uh, he was the most amazing man in the whole world. Anytime he put on those black gloves, put them in my mouth, that's a whole different topic. We'll get on that one day.
so here's one, and this one's actually kind of an interesting one. How we asked how often do people moisturize, and the follow up question was what areas do people moisturize?
I keep these right underneath my coffee table, my table right now. I've got
So
Jergens and Vaseline. I moisturize not only my body, but my boyfriend's body every fucking day.
So I actually only moisturize my face and my groin, and like I said, I use the Crop Preserver by Manscaped,
Wait, you
and then
don't
for
moisturize your feet?
no,
You should. Oh my gosh.
no,
Listen, Johnny, I'm gonna come over there and just give you a good foot massage, and you're gonna be so uncomfortable.
yes, because I'm ticklish down there. I actually usually
I
end up
am
kicking it.
too, but you're
I,
gonna love it.
I've almost knocked out a massage therapist because they didn't tell me they were massage my feet, and I almost kicked them in the face.
So that's why I ended up buying my boyfriend a little like it's stupidest fucking thing, but he deserves it. It's just like little like foot bath spot. Like it's like this
So
by this big, and it's got little like rollers, so it like kind of massages it for you, and you put a little like Epsom salt in it, and like a little bubbles, and you just kind of like sit there while you're like playing Skyrim or something, and it's a good fucking
that's kind
time.
of cool. So
Yeah.
let me cover the face moisturizer I use.
Okay.
That I use daily. I usually only use it once a day, and same with the Crop Preserver. I use it both after I shower, but the face moisturizer I use is called Planet Kind and it's by Gillette.
Oh,
So a
okay.
lot of
Oh,
the
I've
a
seen
lo-
that before. Yeah.
right. So a lot of the products I personally use, I try to use and over the last like couple of years, I've slowly been moving to less products that have less chemicals and are more natural. So like my body wash is Everyman Jack. I have a specific shampoo I use for thinning hair, which for the life of me I can't remember off the top of my head.
Did you mean
And
to make that
then
sound like a pun?
no, no, it just sort of worked out. And then like for me, I also use because I don't use shaving cream, I use soap. So to wash my face, I actually use the Dr. Squatch soaps.
Dr. Squatch is great.
Yes, they have some really cool scents and whatnot, and they have a lot of different stuff. What I like is it's more natural stuff. It's not less chemical. Because I used to use Dove for Men bar soap, and yeah, yeah, we're not
Is
gonna go there.
is Dove for Men not good? Because I use Dove for
It,
women for body
well, no,
wash.
well, for washing my face and whatnot,
Okay.
I found it,
It's all
you
very
know,
different for like different skin
I,
conditions, and that's totally
that, but
fine.
also I found like I would end up having my beard to be a little bit more prickly, and I got worse razor burn.
Okay, that's totally fine. That's okay.
So, and then I use by Van Housen a specific soap for shaving because I actually do like an old school bowl with the brush for shaving.
Oh, I'm so infatuated by that. Everyone should do that. If you want to like have like a nice beard, because spoiler alert, because they'll never fucking see this. I plan on for Valentine's Day getting my boyfriend like a good like brush and like like treat himself because he's got a nice beard and he really wants to take care of it. And
Well, you know,
he's an old Texas man, and he deserves it. It's a lot of work, but I know he'll appreciate it because I talked to my dad when I went to Maryland uh 2 weeks ago, and he was like, "You should really do that." And I was like, "Okay, Dad." Like when my dad says that I should do something, I should probably fucking do it. So
so I mean
that's
that's
really
that was
awesome that you have that treatment.
yeah. So I do that because it lathers up, and then when I go shave, I it's the same kind of soap that you'll see a lot of barbers use, guys,
Yeah,
in
and
the
you
barber
have a
biz.
very
And
clean line.
well, that's also because I saw my barber about 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
So once he gets it set, I usually try to maintain it, and I see him like once a month.
Well, you should shout out your barber then.
Okay, so I see Emmanuel at Evil Fades here in New Jersey. He's at the Malapan branch because they have two branches. So and honestly, he's an awesome guy. If you guys are ever in like the Central Jersey area, um, he's just off of 33. Is one of the local highways here. Definitely, I mean, let me put it this way: he's booked out a month in advance.
Woo!
All right, definitely worth it. And he does he cuts my hair, beard, all that. When I lived in Seattle, though, I have a friend, Alexis, and I can't remember the name of her company off the top of my head, but she cuts guys' hair and women's hair. And for those who have curly hair, she actually specializes with that. She has her own little shop in North Seattle, just off of 125th and 15th. And she is absolutely great. Part of the reason why I'm not bald right now is because of her, because the shampoo I use, she recommended, and I'm good friends with her. And this is how you can always tell a good hairstylist is when they dye their own hair and the color doesn't ever look washed. So when I first met her, she had this purple color, very vibrant purple color, sort of like oh, what was Samuel L. Jackson's Star Wars character?
Are you
Um,
kidding me? You're gonna so offend me right now.
I don't remember his Master Win.
Mace
I think it was
Windu.
Mace Windu. Hey, I don't remember off the top of my head. I was asking you because that's more your realm. Ask me Fast and Furious. Okay, I'm there.
I could
Cars,
literally
there,
make
live,
Samuel L.
there.
Jackson come out of my Echo Dot right now. So
But
careful.
okay, but her color, like the hair she had, was the
Yeah.
color of his lightsaber, that purple.
Do you
That
know why he
and
asked for a purple lightsaber?
part of it actually, when I was reading like the canon stuff, it's like they are Jedi, but they have like tendencies of the Sith. Is how the purple color actually comes about.
So the real story is behind that is Samuel L. Jackson went to George Lucas and was like, "Hey, I want to make sure that I stand out from all the Jedi's. Can I have a purple lightsaber?"
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that color purple was what I when I first met her,
Mhm.
and we met actually at a dog park, and for over a month it was that color purple,
That's
and just
insane.
and she didn't read that. It was just she kept it that she can maintain it that well. So her name's Alexis Skinner. A fabulous, fabulous person if you ever get to meet her.
Mhm.
And one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet, and highly recommend if you're in the Seattle area, go go talk to her. If you got questions, she really does care about her clients. She will give you ideas like supplements to take and whatnot, and great person overall. And for those who are here in Jersey, Emmanuel, same thing. Like that's one of the reasons why I don't look as bald. He's shaped it and made it look so it looks a lot fuller.
And it looks fantastic. And I will make sure to leave the links down below if you could provide them to me. Um,
Yeah,
and
I'll
and
get you Alexis and all that stuff.
we'll make sure to do a link for our next poll question because we do like to hear you guys' answers, questions, responses, whatever the fuck you want to tell us. I don't really fucking care. I mean, I do honestly, but it's just, this is the Ugly Couch Podcast. And once again, Johnny, thank you so much for being on here. You've helped me so much, and we are growing this channel, and we're just gonna keep going. You
Oh
know,
yeah, I mean,
we've got so many projects coming out through 2023 is our year. It might have started off
yeah.
a little rough, but you know what? That the sun's still gonna come out and the stars are still gonna shine at night. And I'm sorry if you're offended by this t-shirt, but I'm gonna say fuck you. Um, but yeah, so make sure you guys tune in. Oh, I hate saying this, but hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell notification. Anything else you want to plug, John?
Yeah, comment below.
Oh, thank you. Yes, please leave comments. We want to hear it. I love that everyone from FetLife is watching this, but please leave a comment on YouTube. We need this traffic. Like
Yes, please leave a
I'll
comment
be
on
I'll be
YouTube
a thirsty girl for this. So
and share it, guys. Share it
yeah,
because this
please share
topic
it.
we're trying to have be less taboo.
Oh,
like a
we're
kink
taboo
in
as
general.
fuck, and I don't
Oh,
care.
but you know what I mean, like not have it be like where like people are afraid to talk about it. Like we want people to feel more open and welcome to,
Yeah,
let
and the
their
fact that
kink
I
be more.
I've had two podcasts that I recorded today, and they were very shy about it at first, but once you start talking about it with someone who's willing to listen, like you just blossom and open about it. So and even leave a comment below, like if you want to be on the podcast. Like I'm up and willing to hear anything and everything. Like there's
And
a
if you
reason why I
guys
put that
want,
description.
well, and we'll do is we'll also throw in the email for them down below. So if they want
Absolutely.
more of anonymous to be on the podcast,
Mhm.
and for anyone, when you see these like quizzes and whatnot or surveys, there actually is at the last portion, there's like a couple questions that you don't have to answer of, asking, do you want to be on the podcast? And then we ask for your email so we can get in contact with you. And then we actually ask what topics y'all want to because we have, and Ginger can honestly attest, we have a whiteboard filled from top to bottom, left to right, all the way around of topics. And we there are topics that we didn't even think about that when we did this quiz that came up that sort of inspired our current quiz that we have out that
Mhm.
we would love to have you guys fill out, which is about safety. I'm just going to plug that in
Okay.
because safety is a big thing when you're going to anything or meeting people.
Yeah. So please go ahead, leave whatever you want, like whatever you want to hear. We'll talk about it. And thank you all so much for tuning in. Welcome or welcome back. This is the Ugly Couch Podcast. My name is Dark Ginger. This is Jonnyizz. We'll leave our links below to find a way to contact us. And I hope you all enjoy. Fuck off. I love you all. Bye.
Yeah.